Today on the MWHS Wildcat News. A homecoming pep rally was held last Thursday before Millard West steamrolled Bryant in the football game later that night. At halftime, royalty was announced in front of the student body and supportive parents who were watching the game. Millard West Quality Times recently participated in a school-wide competition. They were tasked with creating medieval-themed shields that reflected qualities of each homeroom, with the winners getting free donuts delivered to their class. 6 students have been involved in a unique internship opportunity. They've been learning how to tend to injured athletes during sporting events, even being able to help out on the sideline at some football games. Boys in West in the Groove Show Choir recently diverted from their usual singing or dancing-based performances. Last Saturday, they played a no-pads football game against Westside High School's varsity show choir. Finally, Sports Director Cody Bennett and Assistant Sports Director Miguel Paredes recap sports games from the last week in the latest edition of Sports Corner. This and more on the MWHS Wildcat News. Welcome back, Wildcats. Today is October 4th, and I'm your host, Edison Geiler.
And I'm Caitlin Willer. Once again, we have a great batch of stories for you to watch today, first of which happened last week on Thursday.
During extended QT, our school held a pep rally introducing the homecoming royalty candidates, while also hyping up students for the football game that would occur later that night. Millard West cruised to an easy win over Bryant, and at halftime, homecoming royalty was announced in front of everyone watching the game, including students and supportive parents. Natalie Eljamal and Michelle Zhang bring you the story.
On Thursday, September 26th, Millard West held their annual homecoming pep rally and football game. At the game, special guest Jan DeLay performed the coin flip. Throughout the game, the Wildcats held a strong lead, ending the game 74-6 against Bryant High School. With the help of the student section, players were able to feel more confident throughout the game.
It's kind of great. It's when you kind of soak it in, but like when I'm on the field, I don't really notice it too much. But when you do look at it, it's kind of cool to just soak in because it's pretty much the best student section in the state.
During halftime, all homecoming nominees were called down and homecoming royalty was announced. This year's homecoming princess is Delaney Richardson.
Winning homecoming royalty, I felt like really happy. It was kind of overwhelming at first because like a bunch of people come up to you and congratulate you, but like it's also like a really good feeling, and I was really happy that I won, and like everyone else around me was super happy, and like my family was really supportive, so that was cool too.
Our homecoming prince this year was Luke Scrabble.
I think I definitely had the support of music kids and band and orchestra and choir, and I think they definitely thought it was cool. And when I won, I was almost happy that a music kid won, not that I won personally, but that the music department was represented.
Our homecoming king was announced as Dallas Beanham and Queen Bella Latenzer. With the help of the crazies for hyping up the game, pre-homecoming events were well celebrated. This has been Natalie Eljamal and Michelle Zhang with the MWHS Wildcat News.
Millard West recently held a school-wide competition between every quality time. They were asked to create a medieval shield demonstrating their unique qualities, along with tying in #BeKind and Wildcat Style and Pride. QTs were given roughly a week to work on these, and winners were recently announced. Bailey Christensen and I ventured around the school to check out these shields.
In order to make this year's homecoming truly a night to remember, Millard West is holding a QT door decorating competition of personalized shields. These can be made out of any medium, including posters, digital design, or even 3D printing. The posters must include the QT teacher's name, a representation of all the students, and follow the medieval theme.
In past years, we've had door decorating contests, and it being the 25th year, we wanted to do something similar. However, because we've grown so much and have so many QTs, not everybody has a door, so that's a little bit harder, just the logistics of it. So we thought we'd stick with the theme, which is medieval, and do a QT crest.
With it being the 25th anniversary, this homecoming activity was brought back to QTs to collaborate for a friendly competition.
I think that traditions are really important, especially in a school, to kind of have those things like we do this just, yes, we've done it for so many years, so which is why we do it, but that it's like a fun thing to look forward to. Like I want the QTs to be like, oh, I love when we have these homecoming activities. I love every year. This is the year when we can like do something really cool and try to like win the next year. Like maybe you get second or third one year, but like you're really going for that gold every time. And I think that that's just an important boost for morale among the students and the staff, like everyone involved in the school.
While medieval is the theme for each QT, students have found a way to add their own twist to each poster to separate it from its competitors. For bonus points, QTs can incorporate the 25th anniversary or be kind on their shield.
You know, just kind of spur of the moment idea. I was like, hey, we should do Shrek. Because like, I feel like everybody's gonna do like, you know, an old kind of medieval theme, but like Shrek is a fun new twist for it. You know, in the movie, it's kind of like about being kind in a way, because like the ogres, they always get made fun of for being ogres. Like you gotta be nice to everyone, you know?
Not only do these shields help unite individuals in each QT, but they will bring the whole school together during homecoming with a unique presentation.
I think that doing things together as like a QT is really important activity for them. I also think that it's like a fun homecoming activity and it kind of gears them up to go to the homecoming dance. I always chaperone the homecoming dance every year, so I love seeing my kids there having fun. So I'm like, yeah, homecoming, let's do this, let's get it out, it'll be fun. And it's kind of like built a lot of relationships, just like they already knew each other, but they're like, some of them are really getting into it and I love every minute of it.
Winners of the QT Shield were Mrs. Deacon, Mr. Morrison, and Mr. Young. This has been Katie Willard and Bailey Christensen with the MWHS Wildcat News.
6 juniors have been working hard as part of an athletic training internship. During their first block, their job is to perform medical practices for injured athletes, such as taping wrists and ankles. Additionally, they have been on the sideline during football games, helping getting water to athletes and becoming accustomed to the environment. For many of them, this is a step in the right direction towards a possible career field they are looking into. Connor Robb and Jordan Bakar pick their brains about the internship.
For students who desire to enter a career in the physical therapy field, the athletic internship is a great opportunity.
I want to go into the sports medicine field when I go to college, and so I thought this would be a good stepping stone to get there and learn a little bit more about this whole field.
With most of the interns wanting to get into the medical field as they move on to college, they have ambitions to turn this internship into a full-time profession after completing high school.
I didn't know at first, but then as I'm getting into this, it like really fascinates me and I want to see where it can take me.
Response time is highly necessary in this occupation. In the event that something goes wrong with one of the athletes, the trainees must maintain focus and work well under pressure in the case of emergencies.
I do like to work under pressure, but if it's something like really intense that I'm probably a little stressed, I'm not going to do as good.
To become a professional athletic trainer, you must be highly qualified and have expertise in multi-skilled capabilities. These include treating athletes during services, performing emergency care, diagnosis, and sorting out injuries or other sorts of medical conditions.
Well, right now we're only allowed to do wrist taping, not like ankle taping. And after, like once the game starts, we just hand out water to the football players. Then we get the Gatorade ready and all their snacks during halftime.
Even though their role is overlooked by many, they play a crucial part in making sure athletes are taken care of. Spending numerous hours each week, they practice techniques and perform a wide variety of different tasks that they face during athletic events.
It's the first half of the year, and it's outside of school mainly to get those 80 hours done. So it can be just going down to the training room after school or going to the football games.
Getting this opportunity will give students hands-on experience, helping them to get a grasp on the sports medicine field and see if it's something they would want to explore as a career.
If you want to go into the health sciences field, even if it's not like athletic training, it's really good like just to get experience.
This has been Connor Robb and Jordan Bakar with the MWHS Wildcat News.
Most would not associate show choir with football, but for West in the Groove, their boy members participated in a no-pads football game against Westside's varsity show choir last Saturday.
This wasn't so much as a competitive event as it was an opportunity for 2 different show choirs to get together and tighten their community. Bailey Christensen and Annabelle Harshbarger bring you the details of the event.
In most years, singing and dancing has been the normality for WIG, but starting this year, they have found a new passion for running and screaming out on the field. On Saturday, September 28th, WIG members were united at Westside High School to play their rivals ATSC in an old-fashioned football game. Coach Dylan Anderson led the boys while girls and non-participating members cheered on the sidelines.
So today we had a football game against the Millard West Varsity Show Choir and the Westside Varsity Show Choir. I've had to hype these men up. I've had to help with the plays. I had to help be here for them.
This opportunity to find common ground on something other than show choir has led WIG to become more unified.
I think it was really cool for us to do this just because we really value having a family team aspect in the group. And I think it was just fun to be able to not only bond our group, but also reach out to another group and have fun with them as well and be close and connected in that way too.
Although there is a friendly rivalry between the two groups, this game, while still competitive, served as a chance to meet new faces and connect with others within the show choir world.
I mean, just in general, to bring both groups together was a lot of fun, and just getting some sort of camaraderie between the two show choirs, even though, we do compete with each other to have fun, and realize that at the end of the day, as a community, we need to come together.
Not only has the WIG community welcomed ATSC members, but got close with the journalism department here at Millard West. Maybe even a bit too close for comfort.
I'd like to add I'm sorry to the journalism team. We were running hard route and I plowed the camera. Luckily it's okay. But yeah, you can roll that tape if you want. But yeah, I plowed the camera.
The Cats grasped onto a win of 61 points to 56 points, gaining them victory in their first ever game. However, they plan to play in the future against other show choir groups in Omaha.
We want to wish the best of luck to our WIG members in their upcoming games these next few weeks. This has been Bailey Christensen
and Annabelle Harshbarger
signing off for the MWHS Wildcat News.
For our last story, Sports Director Cody Bennett and Assistant Sports Director Miguel Paredes cover the outcomes of sporting events this week in the latest edition of Sports Corner. Over to you, Cody and Miguel.
Thanks, Katie. Welcome back, Wildcats, to this week's edition of Sports Corner. We are your hosts, Miguel Paredes,
Cody Bennett.
Last week we saw many sports competing, including varsity football, varsity volleyball, varsity softball, and varsity tennis. Let's get started.
First up this week is varsity football. The Wildcats absolutely rolled over the Omaha Bryant Bears 74-6 this week. Many backups getting to play for the first time this week, and then every quarterback on the varsity roster getting to play, including starter Tristan Gomez, second stringer junior Jacob Jones, third stringer sophomore Caden Becker, and fourth stringer Tristan Harms.
Over the weekend, the girls varsity volleyball team played at the Weston Invite, going undefeated until going into the finals, where they lost against Papillion La Vista, who are actually undefeated and ranked number 1, with wins against Duchesne, Burke, Papio South, Kearney, and Lincoln Southwest.
Next up, we have girls varsity softball. This week, they won against Omaha North Thursday night 12-0, but had a tough game Saturday, losing 4-11 against Millard South.
Monday night, both boys and girls, JV and varsity cross country, ran at the Kearney Invitational. The girls taking 6th place with 208 points. The top Wildcat girls were in 10th place, Isabel Hartnett, in 18th, Sydney Bowden, and our very own Katie Willard getting 96th place. Good job, Katie.
And the boys took 2nd place this week with 93 points in the entire Invitational. First place was obviously Adam Murphy, and 18th was Sam Kirshner, and in 19th was Tony Miller. And this concludes this week's edition of the Sports Corner. I've been your host, Cody Bennett.
And I'm Miguel Paredes.
Thanks for joining us, and back to you, Eddie.
Thank you, Cody, and thank you, Miguel.
In addition, our volleyball team beat Marion in 5 sets, winning 3-2.
Thank you all for watching this edition of the MWHS Wildcat News.
Be sure to follow our social media. Our Twitter is @MWHSCatalyst and our Instagram @MWHS.Catalyst. And for more stories, check out our website, MillardWestCatalyst.com.
Don't forget to pick up your tickets for the fall musical Homily. Show dates are October 10th through the 13th. On the 10th, 11th, and 12th, the show starts at 7 p.m. and on the 13th, it starts at 2 p.m. You can buy tickets at showtixforyou.com. See you later, Wildcats.